Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to the TikTok church drama gets wilder by the day. I didn't know there were so many different genres of drama on TikTok, but through this guy's channel, I've seen so many random stories of the most random things, like cruise ships, this one, the church. There was something else I reacted to. I was like, how many different things have drama? Like, I don't understand, but I guess everything can be involved in drama. So yeah, let's get into this video and see what is going on. And please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below.
Right, so about a week ago on this channel, we tapped into a new genre on TikTok, and the genre in question was the church genre. And this was because there's a bit of a back and forth between two creators, one being Josh Benson the rapper, and the other one being Taylor Michael. Now, in case you didn't see that video, I'll give you a very quick recap, but of course, if you want to see all the details, it'd be best to check out the full video. But long story short, Taylor Michael makes a lot of videos about Christianity. In fact, his family actually run a church. And in a lot of people's opinions, there was always something sketchy going on with Taylor Michael. Like, he would talk about raising money, like a ridiculous amount. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. But then all that money would go into his church, where he is apparently second in control of. He could control the funds. So now, obviously, people are wondering, is the money even going back in the church? Because if you look at Taylor's Instagram, he's got supercars and massive houses left, right, and center. And there was plenty more stuff that people found sketchy. But one person in particular who definitely thought that Taylor seemed a bit sketchy was Josh Benson the rapper, and he released this video.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I think that this Christian YouTuber with over 3 million subscribers on YouTube is stealing money that people have donated to his ministry and is using said money for personal gain. And I've got some pretty interesting evidence to back up my claim.
Now, we went through this TikTok in a previous video, so I'm not going to go back through it all. But basically what he says is there's a lot of sketchiness behind the scenes that you can see. Like when he searched Taylor's name in the church and IRS, it didn't look like they were registered and whatnot. He also mentions the fact that Taylor has like a really expensive car, like where's that came from? And he questions a lot of things about Taylor.
But
which Taylor
doesn't he have 3 million subscribers?
Hey Josh, saw how much you liked my new car, so I figured I'd make
Wait,
this
but
response.
it said he had 3 million subscribers on YouTube, so doesn't he have like a lot of views and stuff? Doesn't he make money from YouTube? I don't know, but I guess that could be a reason why he has money, because of YouTube. But I don't know all the details, so
Video in front of it
let me watch it.
Yeah, his response was as bad as you'd probably expect. I mean, his basic response is, Josh, you're wrong. In fact, here's some donations that I've made to my own church. Which again doesn't really prove anything if Taylor still has control of the funds. Like, he could take the money out if he wanted to. Now, Josh ended up making a few follow-up videos that we spoke about in my last video. A big portion of them was actually people who've had experience with the church itself. And there was a lot of messages from people saying that they've had a really bad experience there. I mean, here's one, for example, saying, they told everyone that my husband, boyfriend at the time, kidnapped me. They were going to call the police and have them find me. They were going to blank's house asking where I was. They were harassing and stalking me to the point where I had to get a new phone number because they wouldn't leave me alone. There was even screenshots of Instagram comments from Taylor where he's replied to people saying, like, spoken like a broke person. Because of course a big portion of what Josh was saying is that it seems like the church specifically wants to target rich people. Which, when you add that onto the accusations that they are potentially, allegedly stealing money, that would make sense. And that's pretty much where we left the last video. Now, since that video, the church
How would you know someone's
itself
broke
has
just
responded.
from a comment?
Now, it's a 12-minute video, or maybe even a live stream by the looks of it. I don't really know how Facebook works. But it's 12 minutes of them basically just denying everything. Now, it's important to note here that Taylor's not in the video. 2 other people are that I believe are also part of the family running this church. But there's a lot of problems that stuck out to me when I was watching this video. Now, the main one being, they didn't really say much, which might sound weird because the video is 12 minutes long, but they basically just read out every accusation and go, that's not true. And that's it. They elaborate on some points, kind of, but like they don't exactly show proof or anything, which really isn't a good look, especially when Josh Benson showed a lot of proof to back up his claims.
It doesn't hurt me to be persecuted. I can handle it. But
Wait, I want to see what the other guy had for
my
proof.
children, the church, the
Like,
businesses
I wish I saw that first
God
before
raised
them
up
trying
in the
to
last day to,
defend themselves.
To bless people with, that's where you start stepping over onto territory where you are bringing reproach to the body of Christ.
Yeah, so straight away you can see that he's taking the approach that none of this is true, and he feels like this is just an attack on the church. Now, it is important to note here that Josh Benson is a Christian himself. He makes content about being a Christian. So it's not as if it's just a random TikToker who hates Christians for whatever reason, right? He is himself.
Let me read this to you. A couple of scriptures from the Word of God concerning false accusations. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 16 says, "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. And also, it says in Proverbs, 7 things that the Lord hates. It says they are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood,
Is she gonna speak too, or
feet that are swift to run to evil,
he's just
a false
gonna do all
witness
the
that
talking?
speaks lies, and one who sows discord among the brethren.
Yeah, so as you heard, he read some scriptures about false accusations, as he said, and it's just a bit baffling to me because, like I mentioned before, Josh Benson showed a lot of proof to back up his claims, and a lot of the claims in these videos are undeniable, especially like the Instagram comments from Taylor's own Instagram account. Now, I'm not going to play the full 12-minute response because, like I mentioned before, it is a lot of them just reading accusations and then saying that's not true. But one accusation in particular that they completely deny is the whole money stuff, right? They say that they don't target rich people and they don't take massive donations of people and whatnot. Well, Josh has actually responded to this response where it tells a different story, but we'll get to that.
The first accusation or rumor that we want to address is this, is that we threaten people who leave our church. Is that true?
Never have we ever threatened anybody who's left our church. The facts is that Jesus said there would be offenses. It's just a given. People are going to get offended.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what I'm saying, right? He read out the accusation.
I don't know.
He sits there and goes,
It looks like she doesn't want to be there, and he's like looking at her like, you better say the right thing.
And then she just goes, no, and then moves on to a different topic. Because at this point, she now goes on again about the fact that people are just attacking them for no reason.
And so we've been here for 21 years, and over 21 years, of course you're going to have people who get offended,
Who disagree, who feel
who have problems.
to go another direction.
Okay, let her talk.
That's actual facts.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is basically their response to everything, right? They deny it, they say that people are offended easily and they're attacking them and whatnot. Like, this is what they go on to do for a while. Now, if you do want to see the response yourself, you can go to the Facebook page, Faith Church Ruston. You can see the response there. Please, though, don't leave any fucking horrible comments, alright? It's bang out of order. But I'm just saying, if you want to watch the full response, it is there. Now, let's actually move on to Josh Benson's response, because he had a lot to say about this.
It's one thing for me to show stories that victims have shared with me that I believe to be true, but then the POTUS can just respond and say, that didn't happen. But it's another thing for me to show you clips of things they themselves have said.
I mean, this is what I've been saying, right? In Josh Benson's videos, he has showed a lot of proof to back up his claims, whereas you've now got this response video from the church where they're just denying everything but showing no proof. So what are you meant to do as a viewer when you see this? Like,
But of course, if you're doing something wrong and you're publicly
someone's showing proof and someone isn't.
outed for doing
I
it,
don't get it.
of course
You would
you're gonna
think with how
defend
big
yourself
the situation has blew up, they would
and
put
continue
a bit of
with the
effort into,
lie.
like, proving it wrong, but they just didn't do that.
We're getting persecuted like Jesus said we would.
So that's a very interesting thing to say out loud, because the large majority of people, myself included,
Because if you
are calling for some sort of transparency.
if it was really a lie and they're like
to be clear, Faith Church Ruston and the Pody family aren't
tarnishing your name, you could like sue them.
Myself and a lot of the alleged victims are just
if you have
calling for
proof.
some sort of accountability.
Yeah, I think that was a very weird thing to say, and I think in the response video they were trying to be vague about certain stuff, so people potentially didn't watch Josh's video. Because to the best of my knowledge, I don't believe they mention him by name at all, right? So a lot of people who saw the response maybe didn't even see the video in the first place. But yeah, the fact that people are criticizing them definitely has nothing to do with their beliefs. Like Josh said, he's a Christian himself. A lot of people who are also criticizing the church are Christian.
I think your daughter, who's a pastor on staff as well, actually said it best when she said, when something like a sin comes out about a pastor, it's not always the devil trying to attack them. Rather, someone's sin, finding them out, actually is the mercy of God.
I mean, isn't that ironic, eh? Like, that is literally a perfect response to what her dad said. Now, obviously, she didn't say this in response to her dad, but it works. People aren't criticizing you just because they want to attack you. It's because, in a lot of people's eyes, it seems like you have done something wrong. This is because of your actions.
Jesus said there would be offenses. It's just a given. People are going to get offended. We've been here for 21 years, and over 21 years, of course you're going to have people who get offended.
My wife and I died laughing when we heard this part. Hate how casual Mary Pody's making all of this sound. Now, if it was like 2 or 3 people, hey, maybe they have an axe to grind. Who knows? But the fact that there have been hundreds of people with just disgusting stories about Faith Church that make you want to puke, you know? And the fact that they're like, hey, people get offended, they leave sometimes. That's not
hundreds of
normal.
stories.
I'm here to tell you, I've been a part of many churches. This is
I
not
feel like hundreds of people
normal
won't make
church
stuff up.
activity at all.
Yeah, I think that should be pretty obvious, right? If more and
If
more
they don't get
people
anything out of
leave
it,
your
like, why would
church
you make
way
something
more
up
than
if you're not getting
most other
anything out of it?
churches, should you maybe just like look and think, why is that? Maybe it's not because
I mean,
you just got unlucky and you
wait.
just managed to somehow get all
Yeah, like they're
these
not getting
offended
anything out of it,
people
so
to
like
your
why would they make
church.
something up? Like,
Maybe it's something you're doing.
so
I now
there might
want
be
you
some
to
truth to what they're
regular church
saying.
Service looks like at Faith Church Ruston.
Let's do that real quick. You can go. This is good ground. This is good ground.
What is
Good ground.
happening?
We break this thing tonight.
Don't be ashamed.
That was a video of Pastor Stan Pody lying on the floor of his church during their Millionaire Boot Camp series, while another speaker prompts other members of the church to go up to Stan's borderline unconscious body and lay money on him.
Wait, what the fuck? So you're telling me in
I'm
this
so
church,
confused.
this bloke just lies down on the floor as people throw money on him? Bit weird. And as Josh goes on to say, this just isn't normal behavior.
Throwing money at a pastor while he lays on the floor with his eyes closed like some sleepy stripper isn't normal activity. It's not. You can already hear the pastors and the members of the church, hey, you took that out of context. No, I didn't. What context is that correct in?
Yeah, I mean, for what I've seen,
I'm so confused
a lot to do
by
with this
what they're
church
doing.
is money. And of course, even though it probably is pretty obvious, but I am just talking about this church in particular, right? Like, there really does seem to be something not right here. There seems to be some sketchiness going on.
Also, did you know that Stan Pody wrote a song called Money Cometh? And they sing it during church? Not normal activity.
Money cometh. I mean, it's a great title.
You just need to take control and command because
Oh, is
Jesus
that the
is
daughter?
not in control. Did you know that? God is not in control. It's unbiblical. God is not in control.
I think what that sermon illustrates, even if they don't realize it, is what the Podys actually want. More than money, more than clout, they want control. I believe that to be true from the multiple stories I've heard from people claiming that the Podys wanted to control their finances.
Oh, let's actually read some of these then. We tried setting up with blank and blank, said it would never work because blank would need to get blank pastor's permission first. Getting with one of the staff tailing about starting a YouTube channel because they have courses you can pay for to know how they did it, and slandering people like blank that work. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention in the recap of this video, Taylor has a course that is apparently like $3,000 or something on how to start a YouTube channel. I don't really know what it is. But look, if there's one thing that I've learned from doing these videos, you should never trust anyone
You
that
can
has a
just
course. They had a
figure that
conversation
out
with me telling
by
me
watching
that they
free
felt
stuff
like
on
God
YouTube.
was telling
What?
me that going to college is not part of his calling. Yeah, so these are all examples of the Faith Church of Ruston wanting control, in his opinion.
Nothing about this is normal.
And that's how the video ends, with a perfect sentence. Nothing about this is normal. And it doesn't seem like anything about this is normal. I mean, that response video from the Podys, I believe, that's the family name, the surname, right? That response video was kind of the first time I properly heard them speak on, like, a long-form basis. There just did seem to be something up. Like, I didn't believe the words coming out of their mouths, but, I mean, again, I don't personally have the proof. I don't have experience with them. You know when you just get a feeling about someone? Like, I kind of had that feeling, but I could be wrong. That's just an opinion. That's just an assumption. I would also love to know your opinions in the comment section
is
down
that the end?
below. Let me know who you agree with in this situation. Is it...
Oh, that's basically the end of the video. Yeah, but I'm confused. Like, why did they sit down and why did they need both people in the video to talk about it? Because it seemed like he was trying to do all the talking anyway, and like when she spoke, he's still trying to cut in to what she was saying. It's like, dang, let her speak. Are you trying to hide something that bad that you want to speak over her or something? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know these people, and I don't know exactly what they're doing unless there's actual evidence of like documents and stuff to show like where this money is coming from and stuff. We won't know until that comes out. But yeah, this is interesting. There's so many things on TikTok that involve drama, like probably the most random things, but I'm glad people on YouTube are here to explain it to me because I don't have time to search all these random people up by myself. And yeah, I wonder if there will be an update to this and if they will take legal action, because if he's like trying to bring them down and it's not true, then I feel like they would have to go the legal way. But if what he is saying is true and they're trying to hide stuff, then of course they're not going to want to go to court because everything will really come out through evidence and stuff. But anyway, that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. And if you want to see my experiences in Korea, you can check out my first channel, SEKSHI V. And if you want to see my other socials, it's right here under my face. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.